Metro Manila may not be a beach destination, but is surrounded by provinces that are blessed with miles of gorgeous shoreline. The usual crowd magnets, Laia, Puerto Galera, and Anawangin Cove are popular for a reason, and are still worth a visit if you don't mind the thick swarms of tourists, especially during summer. But others are not yet that crowded. Hey there, poor traveler! We are Vince and Josh. Save those airfare bucks because here are beach destinations that do not require you to fly and are all within 5 hours of the metro. Before we begin, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell icon to get notified when we upload new travel videos. Nasugbu. Fortune Island used to harbor an exclusive luxury resort, but it ceased operations in 2006. One remarkable reminder of its grandeur stands atop the island's limestone cliff overlooking the sea, Grecian pillars and statues. Fortune Island is mostly rocky with a short stretch of sand. It's now popular among campers and sun worshippers, but it was for the longest time a best-kept secret among divers. The island is surrounded by shipwreck diving sites including the Dutch warship Mauritius, which sank in the year 1600. Aside from the islands, mainland Nasugbu has a jagged coastline whose nooks and crannies are filled with fair sand, creating picturesque small coves. Barangays Calayo and Papaya in particular cradle several beaches including Between Cove, Layag-Layag Beach, Hamilo Coast, and Kairaang Cove. Many of these have very little amenities but are open to campers for a fee. Calatagan. The municipality of Calatagan occupies an entire peninsula that juts out into the Verde Island Passage, which is bursting with marine life. But Calatagan is also known for its shallow waters and supple beaches. Some of the popular resorts along its shoreline are Manuel Uy Beach, Stilts Calatagan Beach Resort, Aquaria Water Park, and Ivory Beach. Off the coast are a few islets like Starfish Island and Sandbar, which are usual stops on boat tours. Verde Island. Verde Island is part of Batangas City. Situated 45 minutes off the mainland, it cradles a number of beach attractions that are almost untouched, including Mahabang Buhangin and Cueva Sitio. The island also sits in the middle of Verde Island Passage, which is described by a 2007 Smithsonian Institute study as a center of the world's marine biodiversity, citing the high concentration of marine species. San Antonio, Zambales. One of the provinces at the base of Mount Pinatubo, Zambales received a lot of the ash that the volcano spewed during the 1991 eruption. Some of it filled rocky shores, breathing a new life to its otherwise ordinary coast. Today, the coves of San Antonio, including Anawangin, Nagsasa, and Talisayin, have risen as unique tourist attractions for its ashen sand and agoho trees that foster a unique Baguio meets Boracay vibe. Nearby Capones and Camara Islands are also a short boat ride away. To get there, catch a bus bound for Iba or Santa Cruz, Zambales, and tell the conductor to drop you off at San Antonio Public Market. From there, take a tricycle to Barangay Pundakit. From here, you may rent a boat to get to any of these coves. Corregidor. Corregidor isn't all about barracks and batteries. This historic and strategically important island also hides a short, quiet beach that most Manila residents know nothing about. The South Bank Beach isn't littered with fine white sand, but it is good enough for a relaxing getaway. Scattered around are what they call bloodstones, medium-sized pebbles tainted with a red material that looks like blood spatters. There are also a lot of activities that can be enjoyed here, the most popular of which is kayaking. Anilao and Tingloy, Batangas. Anilao in the municipality of Mabini in Batangas is just 3 hours away, making it a favorite among Manila-based divers and future divers. It is known as the birthplace of scuba diving in the Philippines. Batangas waters host a wide array of marine wildlife that will blow you away. But if diving isn't your thing, hop on a boat to the island municipality of Tingloy, which harbors some of the best beaches that Batangas has to offer, including Masasa Beach, Sombrero Island, and Sepok Point. Until very recently, Masasa Beach was a concealed gem, stashed away from the watchful eye of weekend warriors from Manila. But something this precious is hard to keep secret. As soon as the word got out, tourists came in droves. Masasa Beach is arguably the best beach in Tingloy. The sand here isn't pearly white, but what it lacks in the brightness of its sand, it makes up for in the vibrance of its waves. Its crystal clear waters give off a beautiful turquoise shimmer, something that will catch your attention even from a great distance. Laia. Laia is one of the most developed beaches in the province, and it's not hard to see why. Its long and wide stretch of sand attracts thousands and thousands of tourists, especially during summer. Countless resorts, both high-end and budget, have mushroomed along the coast over the past years, making this a great option for those who want to just relax and be comfortable. Laia is also a favorite for corporate events. Malabrigo has managed to fly under the radar all these years, preserving its natural beauty and pristine state. Two things can take credit for that. One is its location. Nestled in a relatively obscure municipality, it can be reached by meandering along mountainsides. The other reason is that it's not your typical beach. It's a pebble beach. Instead of fine sand, you'll find small to medium-sized gray and white cobbles. There's also a beautiful lighthouse nearby, the Victorian-inspired Malabrigo Lighthouse, designed by Guillermo Brockman in 1891. Not very far is a submarine garden whose shallow waters are teeming with live corals and fishes for your snorkeling pleasure. Puerto Galera. Even before the colonial era, Puerto Galera has always been a busy port area because it is a good natural shelter for ships and boats. In 1570, the Spaniards arrived in Batangas and later crossed the Verde Island Passage to this coastal settlement. They named it Puerto Galera or Port of Galleons. A bus and a ferry ride away, Puerto Galera has been the go-to summer destination among city dwellers for beach activities such as swimming and beach bombing. Its jagged coastline is hemmed by over a dozen small coves, including White Beach, Haligi Beach, and Aninuan Beach. But there's more to this Mindoro paradise than what's on the surface. Declared a Man and Biosphere Reserve of UNESCO in 1973, it is one of the destinations with the richest marine biodiversity in the world. Bataan. The municipalities of Bagac and Bariveles in particular are starting to get noticed as tourist destinations. While most beaches range from beige to light gray and many are rocky, they are nevertheless picturesque. Don't miss the Pawikan Conservation Center in Morong. The area celebrates Pawikan Festival every November, but if you're visiting outside this month, you might still want to drop by the center for more info about our turtle friends. If you have more time, drop by Las Casas de Filipinas de Ecozar Heritage Resort, a sprawling complex that features 27 Spanish-era heritage houses known as Bahay na Bato. Padre Burgos and Pagbilao, Quezon. The coast of Padre Burgos and Pagbilao are peppered with numerous islands that nestle white sand beaches like Dampalitan Island and Puting Buhangin. But the most popular is Borawan. They say that the name Borawan is a combination of Boracay and Palawan. The more believable origin of the name, however, is Bulawan, which means gold. The towering karst cliffs hug the white shores of Borawan, reminiscent of many islands in El Nido or Coron. That said, don't expect them to match the grandeur of those destinations. But it's only 4 to 5 hours away, so you still might want to check it out if you have the time. Warning though, it can get really crowded during the peak summer season, which leaves the water murky. To get there, ride the bus to Lucena City and alight at Lucena Grand Terminal. Take another bus to Inisan, get off at QCRB Bank in Padre Burgos, and then take a tricycle to Aplaya, where you can rent boats to take you on an island hopping tour. Subic. There was a time when the phrase beach near Manila was synonymous with Subic, a coastal municipality that was once the go-to destination for beach lovers. It had almost everything a Manila urbanite seeking a quick escape could ask for: a seaside hideaway, top-notch resorts, and a chance to go shopping in peace. On top of all that, it is just an easy drive away. Today, one could say that Subic is so last decade, but there are still plenty of attractions here. The zone promotes ecotourism through guided treks and jungle survival tours. Aside from that, it boasts theme parks, diving spots, sailing, extreme water sports, and adventure parks. Outlet shops and duty-free shopping centers also attract tourists, especially those who love finding great deals. If you need more information about traveling to any of these destinations or other places in the Philippines, you'll find several comprehensive travel guides on our blog, www.thepoortraveler.net. If you have questions, make good use of the comment section below. You can also find us on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. Just look for @thepoortraveler, single L. You may also follow and tune in to the Poor Traveler podcast on Spotify. That's all for now. Remember, plan smart, travel safe, and make every trip worth it.